They like executive producers will literally tell people who are adapting these books, do not read them, do something else. And that is like disgusting, all right? I just like it is wild to me the idea that like no one on set will know what they're trying to do and they'll call it adaptation. That's not adaptation. And I am just sick of the vibes because the vibes are bad. They're not good at this. Like, there's a reason why I get excited when there's an adaptation happening. And that's because I like the story that I was trying to adapt. And like, instead of like being like, hey, this is a proven thing that people like, they just go off the rails and like just do whatever the fuck they want. And it's bad. It's always bad. It's worse than it needs to be.
You reminded me of a story. It probably is apocryphal. But apparently, when Tim Burton was working on his Batman movie.
Oh, I think I might know this one. Go.
Yeah, please tell me because
Tim Burton did not grow up reading comic books. He's incredibly dyslexic. He found them very difficult to read, so he just never read them. Michael Keaton was too cool for comic books as a kid. So neither of them were necessarily very familiar with Batman outside of sort of the general perception of Batman. So Warner Brothers brought in a Batman expert. The Batman expert gave Tim Burton every single issue, or every single Batman story up until the appearance of Robin, so 27 through 37, roughly a year of like Detective Comics stories. And then he gave Michael Keaton The Dark Knight Returns. And so you can see, visually, entire first year of Batman stories being reflected in the aesthetic of Gotham. And Michael Keaton makes a bunch of wild-ass decisions as Bruce Wayne because he reads The Dark Knight Returns and he comes to the conclusion of, oh, this guy's crazy. There's something wrong with this man.
That very much explains why he's gleefully smiling when he slaps a bomb on a clown and it blows up.
Oh, yeah, no. Michael Keaton also insisted, like, things would be added in. Like, the dinner date between him and Vicky Vale they were originally supposed to sit next to each other at the table like normal people do. And he was like, no, people need to know Bruce Wayne is crazy. So he was like, she sits on that end, I sit on this one. They need to know.
Yeah, I will say, when you're dealing with, I think moreover from, like your people need to be reading comics. I think they need to be reading the same ones.
I disagree.
I'll
that
settle
movie
for.
It's a masterpiece, and it only happens because the three main people making it had wildly different perceptions. Because Jack Nicholson grew up reading Batman, he had a very specific vision of like the Joker. You had Michael Keaton, who was like adapting the Bruce Wayne of The Dark Knight Returns, and then you had Tim Burton, who was like, I kind of like this funky Art Deco aesthetic.